Hello, and welcome to Dominion Over Finances. I am your host, Coricka White, and I want to welcome you into my classroom. I know it doesn't quite look like a classroom, but that's okay, because if COVID-19 has shown us anything, it has shown us that we can create spaces and classrooms anywhere we so desire. And so I welcome you into my classroom, into my home, so that we can talk about taking dominion back over your finances. It was at the tender age of 18 where I began to learn the important lessons about managing finances. At 18, I became a teenage mother. At that point, I started earning income. I had to provide for myself and for a little one. And so God began to show me different things that I needed to do in order to not only secure a legacy for myself, but for my children as well. And so I want to be able to share some of those important lessons that I have learned from 18 up until now. I want to be able to share them with you. Hence the reason why I started this vlog. So I want to welcome you in, and I hope you learn a lot of good, important lessons that will help you not only manage your finances better, but also establish a legacy for you and your family. So where did the title Dominion Over Finances come from? Well, I'm glad you asked. In the Bible, God says that He intended for man to have dominion in the earth. And so if we are to have dominion in the earth, we are also to have dominion over our finances. It is another way that we represent who God is in the earth. It is another way that we show forth His glory in the earth. So why not start and make that decision today to take back dominion over your finances? And you can do it just as I did it many years ago. So I want you to journey with me as we walk through the steps that it will take for you to take back dominion. Now, there are some important steps and some important tasks and homework assignments and different things that you will be given in this classroom. Don't be dismayed. Don't be discouraged. It will be important for you to take those necessary steps, because it will take you and it will get you from point A to point B. It will help you to not only change your mindset in terms of your finances, but it will help you to reach your financial goals. Now, I know there are a lot of folks out there talking about finances right now. I know that. What makes me different? What distinguishes me from the rest of the gurus that are out there? We're going to be talking about finances from a practical point of view, but also from a biblical point of view. Yes, I want to share my faith with you and share what God has shown me and revealed to me of what His children, His sons and daughters need to do in terms of their finances. So I want to use this channel. I want to use this space to share those things with you. I hope this touches you in some way. I hope this strikes a chord and strikes a nerve. And I hope that it will encourage you to want to move forward and want to do better. Look, while all these folks are out here making New Year's resolutions about how they're going to save more and invest more and do all of those things, it's also important, while you establish resolutions, that you begin to change your mindset about not only how you see yourself, but in how you manage your finances. And that, my friends, starts with vision. So the first question I will ask you, and really your first homework assignment, is this: what is the vision that you have for your life? Vision is not only what you see with your eyes, but it starts in your heart. What is in your heart about what you want to do with your financial life? What is in your heart about what you want to do with your career? What is in your heart about what you want to do with your family? what is in your heart about how you want to use your income to provide for your family right now in the present, but also how you want to provide for your family's future. So again, your first homework assignment is this. I want you to write down what your vision is for your life. It is going to be the vision that is the driving force for how you will manage your finances as you move forward. Your vision is the very first step in managing your finances. Now, I know. Most folks you talk to will start out by saying, what are your financial goals? Let me tell you, my friends, your financial goals start with the vision. If you don't have a vision, your financial goals will be, I want to buy a house, or I want to, drive a nice car, or different things like that. But I want you to dig deeper. I want you to dig deeper, and I want you to think about where you see yourself. Not only where you see yourself in the next 6 to 12 months, where do you see yourself in the next year to 3 years? Where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years? Where do you see yourself in the next decade? Your vision, again, it will be that driving force. It will be the thing that will keep you and motivate you to move forward, even in the midst of times such as this that we find ourselves in. COVID-19 definitely put us in a place where we had to rethink a lot of things. And so I'm asking you, my friends, to rethink where you want to start with your finances and managing them. You want to start with your vision. So enough of that vision talk, right? So let's get into a little bit of what I want to share with you and to show you today. And that is, I want you to think about, and I want you to ask yourself a question. And that question is, where are you financially? Now, that means that you've got to take the time to think about what stage are you in terms of your financial life. I like to think that there are 5 stages to financial living. And so I want to share that with you today, my friends. So don't forget your homework assignment. The first homework assignment is to write down what your vision is. But now I want you to begin, even after you write down that vision, I want you to think about what stage of financial living are you in. So let me break down the 5 stages. All right, you ready? Here we go. The first stage is the financially reckless. So who are the financially reckless? Don't feel bad if this is where you are. We all have to start somewhere. The financially reckless are those folks who, when they earn their paychecks, they spend it, and they spend it recklessly. These are the folks that are simply unaware that they have the ability, they have the capabilities, they have the power, and they have the authority to take back control over their finances. A lot of us are financially reckless, and a lot of us start out at this stage of financial recklessness. But have no fear, because you can move from financial recklessness to the next stage and to even greater stages. The second stage is this: financially insecure. So who are the financially secure, and how do I categorize or describe them? These are the individuals who understand that there is more to earning income than just spending it. They have goals, they have dreams, they have aspirations. They have a point A and they want to get to their point B, but they don't quite know how to get there. These are the financially insecure. They are also the individuals who haven't quite started saving for retirement. They haven't quite started really saving for emergencies. They are just a little bit scattered in terms of their planning for their financial futures. But have no fear, because you can move from financial insecurity into stage number 3, which is financial security. Now, the financially secure are these individuals who have garnered a certain level of financial literacy. They know how to manage their finances. They may have even gone out to get professional help to do so. These are the folks that have really set themselves up well, whether they be employed on a 9-to-5 or self-employed or business owners. They have, quote unquote, secured the bag. These are the individuals who, in cases of emergency, they have no fear. They don't blink an eye. They don't miss a step. Why? Because they are financially secure. And let me just say this one thing. I don't want you to think of these different stages in terms of level of income. Trust me, you can be a 6-figure earner and still be financially reckless. And on the flip side of that, you can earn $50K a year and still be financially secure. So I don't want you to think in terms of income levels. I want you to think in terms of mindsets and behaviors. All right? So we went through the first 3 stages: financially reckless, financially insecure, and financially secure. The 4th stage is very important, and it is a term that we use quite often, and it is a descriptive that is used quite often, and that is the financially free. So who are these financially free folks? These are the ones that can be considered to be financially independent. So what does that mean? That means that they're not necessarily depending upon a 9-to-5 gig or job in order to cover their living expenses or the like. The financially independent are those, or the financially free, are those that are financially independent, meaning they don't have to depend on a job in particular to cover their living expenses and their financial legacies. They are what I like to call the maximizers of their income, the maximizers of their investments, and the maximizer of systems. So they bring all 3 of those things together: income, investment, and systems, and they are able to ensure their financial freedom. Again, financial freedom doesn't necessarily mean that you are a millionaire, so to speak, but it means that you are not dependent upon a 9-to-5. You are not dependent upon others in order to live as you want to live. Those are the financially free. The 5th is the pinnacle. The 5th stage is the pinnacle. It is the place where we all aspire to be. And I like to think of the 5th place as what I call a place of financial dominion. These are the people that have mastered their finances. They have not only secured the bag, but they secured the bag for themselves and for future generations. Not just the first generation after them, but for generations to come. These folks that walk in financial dominion are uber wealthy, right? But they are also able to establish economies. They're also able to influence policy. And this is where many of us hope and dream and aspire to be. And so I sum all of this up to say, if you will journey with me in dominion over finances, we will walk through the various stages. We will understand what it means to move from stage of financial recklessness to up to financial security and so on and so forth. But before I close, I want to submit to you that you don't want to miss next week. Next week, we will be launching our 3-week challenge of You Want to Be a Millionaire. And millionaires are, how do I say this? They are really growing in the U.S. And there's a certain positive connotation to becoming a millionaire. Well, what I want to do in these next 3 weeks is walk you through what it really means to be a millionaire. Because we throw it around in such cavalier terms, I don't know if many people really understand what that means. So if you want to be a millionaire, join me here next week in Dominion Over Finances, and we'll walk through week 1 of what it means just to be a millionaire. That's all I have for today, my friends. I hope that you learned a few things. I hope that you'll walk away with thinking about what your vision is for yourself in 2021. Number 2, I hope you'll give some thought to where you are in terms of your financial stages. Are you financially insecure? Are you financially secure? Are you financially free? Where are you in that? And then lastly, I hope you make it a point. I hope you put it in your appointment book to meet me here next week at Dominion Over Finances. We drop content every Wednesday at 8 o'clock, and I want you to join me. Again, I thank you for joining me today, and I hope to see you next week.